But for others behind closed doors, some owners have gone to ridiculous lengths and spared no expense to create their outrageous secret hidden homes. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. From hidden hideaways to floating houses, today we'll explore some very unique and hidden houses that are way more than they seem from the outside. And make sure you stick around to the end. You'll never guess what's hidden deep inside the last house. Let's get it on. Missile Silo House. Believe it or not, but some time ago, ballistic missiles were actually launched from here, and now someone lives in this place. The house and former missile silo located in upstate New York claims the position of the safest and most unusual underground house in the world. In this 52 feet in diameter silo, there's a living quarters, bedroom, kitchen, as well as all the other basic facilities one would need in order to survive 40 feet underground. In order to get this house for personal use, its owner spent $160,000 to purchase it, as well as an additional $140,000 restoring it. Not too bad considering it will protect you from a nuclear attack, or even worse, a zombie apocalypse. If you thought that buying a silo isn't the most profitable investment, you're probably wrong. This concrete cylinder in which the house is located in can last for several centuries. But unfortunately for us, it's off the market, and I doubt it will be anytime soon. Casa Brutale. Back in 2015, design images for Casa Brutale went viral and set the internet in flames. Now this mesmerizingly unique concept may just be moments away from becoming reality. Now I have to remind you, what you see here are rendered images, basically a computer-generated walkthrough of the design. But despite that, it's currently in the works with an uncanny resemblance to a villain lair and practically anyone's dream home. The 270 square meter, 6-bedroom design is set around 3 large slabs of concrete with an underground garage for 3 and a rooftop pool made of reinforced glass that sits above the main entrance. Swimmers can look down at the main living space that is encased in glass and concrete, yet accessed via the main staircase. In 2016, architecture firm OPA announced that the internet's favorite architecture project had found a client and would be built as a home at an altitude of 1,600 meters on Fakra Mount, just outside Beirut. The whole project will reportedly cost an estimated $2.5 million, and we're currently waiting for the project to finish as we speak. Knightsbridge Hidden House. You could be forgiven for walking right on past this unremarkable white wall and tiny door in Knightsbridge, London. But what if I told you that over $2.3 million was spent on renovations back in 2016? Would you consider it money well spent? Well, you might change your mind once we take a look inside. What used to be 2 workshops and a retail space was redeveloped and reimagined into what's known today as the Hidden House. This 3-story, 3-bedroom family home is a perfect example of cutting-edge and innovative architecture. LTS architects took just under 16 months to complete the design and build at a cost of $2.3 million. Their biggest challenge was the constraints given by the local council and neighbors. The owner of the building next door demanded that any renovation couldn't include a second floor. So, if you can't build up, build down. Down below this unassuming white wall hides an open-plan kitchen, living and dining space, while in the basement beholds 3 luxury bedroom pads. Looking at this white hidden house in Knightsbridge at first may be laughable, but this is why you should never judge a book by its cover. Freedom Cove. 25 years ago, Canadian-born artists Catherine King and Wayne Adams made the realization that they would never have enough income to afford real estate. So they made a fairly radical decision. They decided to build on an island. The result was a unique island house surrounded by a garden, today known as Freedom Cove. It's located on a lake in the Canadian province of British Columbia, and overall it consists of 12 interconnected floating platforms which hold the different rooms along with the garden, workshop, sculptures, art gallery, and even a dance floor. Adams estimates the entire structure weighs in at around 500 tons and says everything was constructed with a handsaw and hammer without the aid of power tools. While the first 2 houses on our list had all the creature comforts, Freedom Cove, on the other hand, is no luxury experience. Wayne fishes for dinner while Catherine oversees the extensive garden operations. Off-grid, there is no connected electricity, running water, or refrigeration on the island. The structure used to be powered by 14 solar panels, but Adams and King recently had to convert a small Honda generator when the panels broke down. Rain and a nearby waterfall are the source of hydration for the couple and their 2 children. The abode is completely off-grid, off-land, and according to its owners, definitely off the market. There goes my hopes of living in peace and solitude. Edgeland House. In another case of inconspicuous frontage, blink and you may just miss this cleverly hidden house hidden between 2 scruffy hillsides. What from the outside looks like a split hill is actually a contemporary reinterpretation of an old Native American pit house. Like the traditional pit house, the Edgeland House is sunk 2 meters into the ground, achieving a comfortable thermal stability as well as looking pretty darn cool. Inside the house, you'll see a glass-surfaced rift forming between 2 peak-roofed swells in the terrain. These 2 volumes house the interior rooms, divided into living and sleeping areas on either side of the outdoor walkway, which steps down from the approach path and leads to a wedge-shaped swimming pool. The Edgeland House is located in an abandoned industrial area where measures are being made to heal the local ecosystem. Maybe this is a sign of eco-friendly future solutions that could help the planet. Or maybe just some property owners that don't want to be bothered at all times. Secret underground house. Typically associated with doomsday survivors or remote mining towns, underground houses appear to be the latest trend in prestige real estate. One mansion in England's northwest shows just how far the underground luxury market has come. Purdue, or Lost in French as it's named, is quite small and unimpressive from outside. The entrance to Purdue lies above the ground in the form of a small garden folly. Entering through the above-ground porch, you'll be rather surprised to know what lies beneath. The living room spirals around this atrium, allowing natural light to brighten up the living areas, including a kitchen and reception area on the ground floor, as well as a master suite. The rest of the house includes 2 more bedrooms, a jacuzzi, a gym, and even an underground pool that remains even further downstairs and underground. In fact, there's even a slide that takes you from the master bedroom down to the jacuzzi. The house also contains environmentally friendly features, including rainwater harvesting, a heat exchange system, and hot water that's warmed with the help of solar tubes. Eco-friendly and luxurious? That's a 10 out of 10 for me. The price tag today is a staggering $6 million. But for this kind of luxury, you can see why. Psst.